So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and it was suggested when I did a quick video about The Long Dark and how it's a game that I'm getting really excited about, that maybe I should do a run through. I don't know why anyone thought I'd be any good at doing run throughs of it, but yeah, let's give it a go. I've really enjoyed this game, so let's see what we can get out of it. So for those who haven't seen the earlier video, Long Dark, what is it? It's a survival game. The basic tenet of the game, the idea behind this game, is that you're in a plane flying over the Canadian wilderness when there is some kind of geomagnetic disaster that befalls the world, causing mayhem, disaster and mass death across the world, and you crash your plane into the Canadian wilderness, and literally you have what you are standing in, so the clothes you're wearing, what you had in your pocket, and you have to survive. And that's what the game is. It's not a shoot 'em up, it's not a Empire game. It is you against the wild to survive as long as you possibly can. It's currently in alpha. It's about to go into general release, I believe, as a game. It's developed by a Canadian company, Hinterland, and it is visually and just stunning game. I think it's a brilliant game, highly addictive, very difficult. Not only do you have to battle the cold primarily, but lack of food, water, but also in some modes at least the wildlife are out to get you, so the wolves and bears particularly. So it's it's a challenge. So anyway, enough of the kerfluffle. There are new modes coming. There's a story mode coming. I believe there's going to be a multiplayer type game coming. I could be lying entirely on that. But at the moment, there's a sandbox. That's what you get. So let's start a new one. There are 5 different versions, player levels you can play. Pilgrim, which is the simplest. Voyager, which is the one I usually play the most. Stalker, so it's actually 4 editions, okay. Stalker, which is basically for veteran players, where the wildlife are much more hostile and will actively hunt you. Nice. And Interloper, where, yeah, well, good luck, mate. So as I say, I'm not that great a player at this. I'm going to carry on with my Voyager level, which is the 2nd level in. Now, different regions you can play in: Mystery Lake, Coastal Highway, Desolation Point, Pleasant Valley, Timber Wolf Mountain, and Forlorn Muskeg. They recommend Mystery Lake as your starting position, and actually I have only played Mystery Lake and Desolation Point. I'm tempted to go into Desolation Point because it's kind of interesting as a position, and in some ways, I don't know. No, maybe I'll stick with it. I'll stick with what I was doing. I'll stay on mystery, and let's see what we can do. No customization. Well, 2 customization. You can have a boy or a girl. So let's get in touch with our feminine side, and let's go. This is a bloody tough game. So I would love it if people who are much more experienced than me will give me suggestions as we go along. Because as I say, I've played, I don't know, 20-30 games of it so far. The most I've survived is about 25 days. So as I say, I'm no expert, but we can learn this together, right? So it looks like I have woken up in the dark, which is rather unhelpful. Let's get moving. The quicker we get down and find some shelter. The primary thing at the moment is to get to shelter. So I'm running. Dave's quiet clearing. Now I think I know where that is. Daylight's coming, so that's good. Look at this special. Look at the effects of this. Let's have a quick stop. Let's have a look at. There's me. It feels like minus 21 degrees. As you can see, I've got very little on. A worn shell a hoodie, some thermals, some jeans, and brogues. So you're not going to do terribly well when it's minus whatever it said, 21 degrees. I also have no weaponry, no equipment other than probably a few matches. And I need to find everything I can to survive. So I did a bit of a run down that valley. And here we are, we're into, I know where we are. This is the, yeah, this is the lakes. You can see over there on, this is a frozen lake. Over there on the side is a whole load of fishing huts. And there's some actual huts further up here. Have a quick run. It's not easy when it's dark as well to see where you're going. Generally never a good idea to be out in the dark, but since it started me in the dark. Now I don't know whether this is true, maybe somebody can let me know in the comments, but I believe, it certainly seems to my experience, that when you start a new game you don't encounter any wildlife for the first sort of few hours of being out here. It seems to give you a stay of execution. I can't see much in here, so where's the matches? There we go. Let's take the matches out.
I think I can use this.
Oh, useful. Gloves. Oh wow, yeah, that's useful. Lantern fuel. I'm gonna run out of, oh, there's lots of stuff here. Break down that box. Requires light, okay. Maybe we won't do that then. Let's strike another light. Oh, there's a flare, that's useful. Peanut butter, nice. Dog food, you can eat dog food. Oops. Right. That wasn't so bad. Oh, before we go out, I should be, hang on, let me go back in. So the only time it saves, the game saves, is when you go in and out of a building or you sleep. So I just picked up some new stuff there, didn't I? So I've got some gloves, I can put them on. They're in terrible condition. You can see this screen tells you the warmth, their wind resistance, their water resistance, their protection, so when you're in a fight with an animal, and also how much they encumber you. It also has the condition of the item, 28% in this case, and how much they weigh. So it's not the best weight. Now you can repair things once you find the right kind of materials to do so, and in fact that's something you definitely need to do. So we've got this worn light shell, and it says here light outerwear to protect you against wind and water, and indeed look at that, mine gives you plus 1.9 degrees and 30% resistance to water. Or I can put this on, which is not so good in terms of either water resistance, but it's warmer. Well, it isn't at the moment, but once it's repaired it will be. Okay, we're going to leave that out then. Let's go back out into the cold. So at least I've got some gloves on. Pick up some wood. Ooh, boots. Nice herbal tea. Oh, light's gone out. Don't really want to use up all my matches, so maybe I'll do what I'm going to do. Where's that bed gone? There it is. Let's just wait for past an hour. Let the sun come up, we might be able to see what's going on then. Put that away. Nothing else there that I can see. Look under the bed, doesn't look like there's anything under there either. Nothing else on the shelves. Nothing else on the table. Nothing else in the crates. It's a shame. I'll just pick up something else and have a quick look. No. Oh, I did. I did pick trail boots. Of course I did. So they should be better than the warm leather boots. Oh, they're not in very good nick though. But they're still... well, not as good for warm. They're not as good for warmth, but they are better for water resistance. So I think I'm going to keep them for the minute. And again, I'm going to need to repair them, I think. You can break down crates and shelves and things to provide firewood. Here we go. Sun's up. Something else there. Tin of sardines, very nice. Resources are obviously finite. The book. There are books that you can pick up that are good for improving skills, and then there's books that are just good for helping to start fires. I think both the books I picked up there are fire starters. It's a fire starter. Okay, doesn't look like so much in this room. It's a bit dark really. I might have to come back and have a look around another time. So, we've done okay. Oops, we can get out the... yeah, it's cold. Mine is 28, it's not even colder than it was before. So, I need to get out of here. Pick up some sticks as we go. Sticks are invariable. Oh, where's the... ah, there. The crows give you an insight into things that are going on. So you'll see them circling over dead bodies. They'll often run away if there's some creature around. Now I have to be careful because often, so this is testing my theory to the limit, often down this end of the lake there's a bear, and you don't want to get in a fight with a bear. Yeah, I know you're cold, love. Yeah, you're cold, I know. Firewood. The backpack there. Empty though. Can't see any bears at the moment, that's good. There's often also wolves in this part of town.
This cold is making my head feel...
yeah, shut up, love. Doesn't half whinge. It's just a bit cold. Come on, get over it. It's not like it's freezing. Oh, it is freezing. Okay. So under there, a bit of fire log. Good. Can of pop. These cabins are great for... oops, wrong button. Are great for finding stuff, but they're not great. They don't have a fire in them, so they're not great for staying in. No good. I was hoping there might be something good around this area, but nothing so far. Just a bit of resources. I mean, everything's useful, right? Everything you need to find. Remember, you start with very, very little, so the more you find, the better it is. Right. Let's have another run. Often get wolves around here as well, so you have to be very careful. Now, a single wolf won't tend to kill you, but it will certainly do a lot of damage. Oh dear, I got hypothermia. Right. Hypothermia risk. Right, let's get in this building here. Oh, there's a book on the outside, that's useful. rolled up newspaper, very good for fires. Oops, looks like there's something else. Oh, some can of peaches. Oh yeah, we like peaches. Box under there. You can see that where I am now, the temperature gauge at the bottom's gone positive, so I'm actually warming up slowly but surely. So the longer I stay in here, the better will be for my... Oops, more lantern fuel, that's good. Cardboard matches, good. See, my hypothermia risk has healed, even though it is still bloody cold outside. But let's see what the temperature is inside. So it's +1 degrees, positively balmy. Now this is your condition. This heart thing is the condition. And as you get hungry, as you get hypothermic, as you get ill, as you get run out of water, your condition drops, and obviously once it gets down to 0, you're dead. So you need to keep a real close eye on this. These other gauges, obviously the cold temperature, so at the moment I'm numb with cold, but because it feels 1 degree, you can see my arrow is going upwards. I'm getting this is how tired you are, so that's dropping the more I do things. How thirsty I am, that's also dropping the more I do things, and how much food. Also, it tells you my calorie intake at the moment. 1400 is pretty good. This is we just looked at was where all your clothes and things are. What equipment we have, different types. So things based around fire are here. So it's all the wood I just picked up is there. Newspaper. You got some antiseptic on us. We got bandages and we got some. What have we got here? Painkillers. There's my clothes, food. I've picked up quite a bit of food recently. You can see that everything has a condition as well. So this is 100%, which is fantastic. This one is only 26%. Now when there are lower conditions, there's a chance of food poisoning if you don't cook things, or in the higher levels. You can also see everything has a weight, and you can see I can carry 30 kilograms at the moment, so I've almost used half my weight allowance. Sort of other equipment, there's a bedroll so I can sleep somewhere, lots of oil, I've got a flare there which is useful for scaring off animals, fishing tackle which is obviously good for that, a book to learn the skill of fishing to get better at it, and these are crafting tools. So lots of good stuff. We're getting some equipment which is good. We've lost our hypothermia risk at the moment, but that will come back very very shortly because there we go, we're back out in the cold again.
Up soon.
That's the problem. Whoops. Let's run a bit more. That should warm us up a bit. Also looking for cattails. Here we go, cattails in the... These are very good. You can eat the tops for about 150 calories intake, but they're also very good for lighting fires. So it's kindling. Now, I was having this discussion with somebody on another person's channel that I don't believe they grow back. So once you've picked them, they've gone. So this area here, you often see a bear, but I'm pretty sure I'm right that at the beginning of the game you're given a stay of execution. It doesn't seem to bring any wildlife out at you to start with, because generally there's a bear down here, and in front of us is some wolves. So let's go in the fishing hut. Take the charcoal out because that's useful. Oh, there's a hunting knife. Good. That's what we need. Now we've got a chance to defend ourselves, which is what we want. If we get attacked by something or okay. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. We'll just do a map of where we are. That was obviously what I meant to do. Water bottle, useful. Now there are no tutorials in this game, so a lot of it you just have to do by trial and error. And that's partly so you don't get spoilt by what's going on. Scrap metal is useful for later on. Don't really need that for a while. How warm am I? Let's have a look. Because they're indoors. Yeah, I'm still -11. I need to warm up. Okay. Let's go. Let's run over to the next shed. At the other end of this lake is a really good place to hold down for a bit. As the day goes on, it should get a bit warmer. Salt soda, Ooh, ammunition, great for a gun. When I find a gun, sewing kit, useful. Take the charcoal out. Nothing in there.
Best be prepared for anything.
Let's draw another map while we're here. There we go. So I've just come from there. I've just come from there. What am I doing? Another problem with this game, you get disorientated very, very easily. Still hypothermic, so I do need to watch out. Cattails, we'll have them. Then we need to get Jennifer into the warm. See the crows circling? This is a body. Unfortunate. What's really got anything for me? I've got a woolly hat on, some running shoes. Very nice. Oh, some cloth there. We'll have that. Take the charcoal out of the fire. Let's just put that hat on because we could do with all the warmth we can get here. A woolen torque. That's good. We've got some different types of trainers, haven't we? But they're not going to be much good for running around. Dog food. That's a wonderful music.
I'll take it.
Okay, lots of stuff in there. Sometimes you get fish hooks on top of the boxes there, top of the drawers. Not today. Plastic box, anything in there for me? No. Okay. So I can drill holes in. Well, I could use my knife to cut a hole in that and go fishing, but I'm not going to just yet. That'll be for another day. So where am I? There's a feather down here. You need feathers for when later on you build arrows, which is something I've never actually done yet. So how am I doing for my temperature? Core temperature. Oh, look at my conditions. So it's dropped from 99 to 71. So I need to get into the warm. Priority number 1, and I can see where I'm going to. Yeah, shut up, you yawny old girl. Let's draw the map. Oh, we've got charcoal in our hands. Right. We'll just do this. Oh, hello, what we got in here? Oh, an hatchet. Very nice. Crikey, lots of good stuff. See, there's a fish hook there as well. There we are. Hook. Crikey, how much food have we picked up here? We haven't even been to the best place for food, which is the place we're going to next. Up here. Let's just run because we need to get into the warm now. It's very important now we get into the warm because otherwise we are going to start to really suffer. You see our condition is dropping, we're tired, we're thirsty, not too hungry, but our condition overall is dropping. And as I said before, that's not a good thing. Oh, you hear my tummy rumbling there? More cattails, useful. Never ever not pick cattails. They are the oh, there's another one there. There's a chap I watch. I've watched a lot of videos playing this game, and he's obsessed with cattails. But he does play it on stalker level, or interloper level actually. So let's do another map here. And then we're going to go in the warm. There we go. So this is the lake, you can see. There is where we're going to go, which is this cabin here. Oh, whinge. She's yawning, she's whinging, there's all sorts. Now, one thing to say about these buildings, when you go in them, you're never going to get attacked once you're in them. They are so... Ooh, a ski jacket. Oh, yeah, come to Papa. Yeah, as I was saying, you don't get attacked in buildings, so they're real safe havens. They warm you up, generally. Let's put that away, because let's have a look at the indoor temperature here. So it's at 3 degrees, so our hypothermia risk is starting to go away. Hypothermia risk of 79% at the moment. Wow, that's a bit shit. That's a bit shit. Anything down here? There's some more lantern fuel. Need a lantern, really? That would be helpful. So we'll look under here. I always find things later on that I didn't spot initially. That's so infuriating. Nope, can't find anything there. I can see the lantern. I'm going to start getting very encumbered soon. Zone kit, emergency stim, very nice. There's the lantern, that's useful. The hook there. So workbenches are, as it would suggest, useful for building things. Oh, there is some line there. I thought there was something else there. Some things you don't need a bench for, or tools, but some things you do. And so you need to, having access to one is really, really useful. Jerry can of petrol, and there's a whetstone there for sharpening knives and axes. Pork and beans. Let's open all these cabinets.
Nobody needs
stale
this anymore.
chocolate. Okay. Oh, a tin opener, very nice, good. You need tin openers because otherwise you smash them open. I smashed tins open and you lose a proportion of the food that was in them. So very, very important. There's Bert. Hello, Bert. Dead body. Can't move him. Just sitting there.
This stuff will come in handy.
A rifle cartridge, very nice. Another book to read. That's a hunting book, I believe. More boots. Blimey. I'm going to have to do something about the boots. I've got so many. About 4 pairs of shoes now. Worn jeans. Another jumper. Very nice. Ragged work pants.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Wow, I'm not surprised, dear. It's getting a bit heavy, isn't it? It's like my wife's shopping bag. Okay, now there's another bedroll. We'll move that and put that just out of the way, just over there. Anything under the bed? No, can't see anything there. Open the stove. Take the charcoal out because why not?
I hate snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
Yeah, shut whinging. Shut up whinging. Okay, so we've done pretty well, I think. What's our condition? So we're encumbered now. Because we're tired or hypothermic, our overall weight capacity has dropped from 30 to 24.6, and we're actually carrying 35. So that means that's slowing us down a lot. It's only 3 degrees. I think I'm going to start a fire. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start a fire and get ourselves warmed up. So open the stove. You can see here the starter is either cardboard matches or wooden matches, or there is something called a striker which you can find later on. Cattail head, there you go. We can use a book to start the fire. We have a base 40% chance of starting a fire. With what we're burning here will only last 18 minutes, but we can put more stuff on it. And chance of success is 75%. Now your chance of success will go up, as will your base fire, and actually your base fire starting chance goes up, and also therefore your overall chance goes up as you get better, as you do more and more fires. There's also, you can put accelerant on that automatically starts the fire. I'm not going to bother at the moment with that. So let's start and hope the fire takes first go. You obviously lose the match, and I think you use the tinder, the kindling if you don't manage to light the fire. Can be sometimes a little bit frustrating starting the fire. I think we got it. That's good, it's going good. Right, let's just shove some reclaimed wood on it. How about that? As you see, top of the screen here, it's now, the fire will now last 2 hours and 8 minutes. The heat is currently 7 degrees and rising, now 8 degrees, which is good. And we've got options here, putting more stuff on the fire if we wanted to, or we can cook some food, which is always a good thing to do, or we can make some water. The way you get water in this game, and I didn't realise this myself for ages, is you melt the snow. Of course you do, snow all around. So you just do this on the fire, melt the snow, blah blah blah. And it's a good thing to do because it means you're also getting warmer while you're doing it, which, considering I was virtually hypothermic, is a good thing. Then you have to then boil it, because just melting the snow can leave you a risk of water poisoning, which is not good. So I've now got 1.5 litres of freshly boiled water. Let's cook up the porks and beans, because that's not in a great condition. 25% is not great. The more you cook, the more you make fires, the more you do everything in this game, the better you get at doing it. See, I'm severely dehydrated now. Just making a cup of herbal tea. Let's go and eat something. Let's eat, what did we just cook? The cooked pork and beans, let's eat that. See, it says it's hot. You can see our meter down here at the bottom for food has gone up, and the benefit has warmed us up a lot. So let's also drink our cup of herbal tea that we just made, because that will have double effect. It improves our food level, it warms us up and makes us, gives us improved rest, but also rehydrates us. That's what I meant. I'm going to drink a couple of these cans of soda because they're quite heavy. There we go, we're back to virtually full. I think what I'm going to do, I don't want to waste time really, but I think I'm going to have a little sleep. So let's have a 2-hour sleep and get some of our energy back. Hypothermia is healed. I'd like to get out before the end of the day and just collect some wood and stuff, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to have a huge amount of time to do that. Fire's gone out. Right, let's just drop some of this stuff that we've got here, because we don't need to carry it all. No, not that. Wood, that's what we want to wood, because that's really heavy. I've only got one stick, I need more sticks. Okay, so we drop those there because it's heavy. Let's go and put some of the food away in here. All this stuff weighs so much. Can ill afford to carry it around with us all the time. Our weight's down a bit. Let's get rid of the scrap metal, because we're not going to need that for a long time, and that gets us back below being encumbered. Got a load of oil here. Yeah. Oh, that lamp is not in good nick. I'll put the petrol in there too. So we're now back to 25. Let's put one of the sewing kits in there. Oh, we should drop some of these boots and stuff. I'm going to do something with these in a bit, but at the moment there's no point carrying them around with us. That'll do. Let's have a look at our other clothing situation. Oops, wrong one. So we can put that jumper on, that's good. We can put the ski jacket on, which is good. And what else can we do? Put the outer layer on there. It'll need a bit of repairing, that's for sure. Okay, let's head on out. Okay, so we're in good shape. Let's head on out. Make the most of the weather. One thing well, my limited experience of this game, one thing I've noticed is that you have to take advantage of the weather. When you've got goodish weather, then take advantage of it. Get out there, do all the things you can do, because there will be times when you can't do anything. Can't do jack shit. Let's pick up some sticks, need them for fire lighting. Oops, come on, come to dada. There we go. Now then, I think I'm going to push my luck a bit. We're going to go up. There's a derailed train up here. Well, that reminds me, let's just do a little drawing. I keep trying to remember to map things when we move on this, so it just helps with getting to know where I am and where I'm going to. Now, there is often walls down here, but I'm counting on my belief that in the early phase of this game, when you first start a new game, you don't seem to encounter wolves or bears. So I'm pushing my luck, so wish me luck. Now, sometimes this is also a location where you find guns. And I've got an axe and I've got a knife, so if I can get a gun in the first day, we're cooking on gas or sticks or something. Let's just do another drawing. There we go. Right, keep going. Ooh. Yeah, no sign of any wolf, which is good. Let's go up into the cart. Aha, ha, ha, you beauty, come to daddy. Yes, sir. That's what we wanted. Some poor unfortunate chappy. Now we're in a good place. Good stuff. I am absolutely delighted with that. And we'll pick up a feather to celebrate, huh? Always have another feather. And sometimes there's another body around here. Yeah, after this we're going to head back to the cabin and celebrate. Ooh, and there's a flare. Oh my word, this is just beautiful. Beautiful.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Nobody needs this anymore, no, I don't. They're all dead. Okay. So what's the time? What's the stage? Like, the sun's going down. Air temperature probably is going down too. Oh yeah, -7. And we're tired. So I think time to hot foot it back to the cabin. Oh, eerie music. Eerie music. Eerie music. Let's just get the gun. Let's get the gun ready. Oh, it's not a very good condition gun. Load it up. We've got 6 bullets in here. And the way it works is you do like this and pull the trigger. But we're not going to do that because bullets are hard to find. Oh, we're really tired. All the other measurements are pretty good. We may have pushed it just a little bit too far there. Yeah, I think we might have overdone it.
Man, I'm too tired.
I'm so tired. So tired. But we're just about back at the, I was going to say apartment. Just about back. Here we go. And then I think it's going to be a bit of bedtime. Sun's going down, moon's coming up, weather's changing. Look at the effects of this thing. Oh, it's just really lovely looking game, I think. Sun's out. Oh, sun's out. Snow is coming down. And the soundtrack is just awesome. Now, if you continue to push yourself while you're knackered, you'll get knackered. So you've got to be, and your condition will start to drop like a stone. So I think we need to go upstairs and get a good amount of rest. But I think that's been a pretty good first day. That's been a pretty, let's pick up this.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yeah, shut up, woman. Always moaning. Let's start a fire. Use one of these books. I think we're going to try and go for a good solid 12-hour sleep, and we'll probably finish it there for the first day, because that's a pretty damn successful day. We've got a knife, we've got a hatchet, and we got the rifle all in one day. First day. Of course, you know what that means. The world is going to kick us in the arse, but you know, at least we can fight back a bit.
Oh yeah.
There we go. That's good. Fire. Let's put some. And let's cook up some food. Bottom beans. Warming up nicely. Sun's going down. Make up some. Another thing to do with these herbal teas is to make them. It's a bit of a funny thing in the game that you can make cups of tea and coffee, and they just sit in your bag like they are. So you might as well cook them. A, because it gives you cooking. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Damnation. Should have stopped that. Don't do that. That's what I meant to cook. I'll talk at the same time as do something. So I'm going to cook up all these herbal cups of tea. Then A, I get the cooking skill for doing it. How much water have I got left? Not much water, so we better do some water as well. Sun's going down completely. Look at that. Moon's up. There we go. And then I think we're asleep. Probably should have eaten some of that stuff beforehand. Where's the bed? There it is.
Whew, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, shut up, woman. I was moaning. Oh, Jesus. Moan. Oh, it's gone cold. Damn. Oh, well, never mind. Let's eat it anyway. And one of the herbal teas is warm, so that's good. That will refresh us and help with the sleep. Let's have. Oh no, that's not. I'll just drink some water. And now it is bedtime, so let's do that. Do 12 hours sleep, plenty of food for that, and we'll cut it here, and I'll see you again in the morning. Night night. Gamer Dom signing out. See you again soon.